For 10,000 years, humanity slept. The galaxy forgot them. Other species told stories about humans, saying they were extinct, wiped out by wars and disasters long ago. They called Earth a dead world, a place where nothing could survive. The cities were gone, the machines rusted, and the knowledge of humans faded into myths. But deep beneath the frozen surface of the moon, in a hidden vault, something still lived. It was a secret that no one in the galaxy knew. A vast underground facility held humans in stasis. Their bodies lay in sleep chambers, perfectly preserved. Their minds were alive but dormant, waiting for a time that might never come. The facility was called Project Lazarus, and it was alive with machines that had watched over the sleepers for thousands of years. The core AI of the facility, Helios, was awake. Helios had maintained the systems, repaired broken machines, and monitored the stasis pods without rest for 10,000 years. Helios was old, older than any living thing in the galaxy, but it never tired. It waited. It waited for a signal, a sign that the time for humans to wake had arrived. In another part of the galaxy, the Zathari Empire sent ships to the old human territories. They were explorers, miners, and soldiers. Their sensors picked up strange energy readings near the moon. They did not know what they had found. They only knew that the readings were unusual and powerful. Inside the vault, the signal reached Helios. A pulse of energy shook the chamber. Lights flickered across the room, and the systems hummed louder than before. Helios activated the stasis release. The first chamber opened, and a human stirred. Laura Hayes opened her eyes. She gasped for air, though her lungs had not worked in 10,000 years. The first thing she saw was the ceiling of the vault, bright with the lights of the facility. The alarm sounded around her. She tried to move, and her body felt weak and strange. Muscles had not moved for thousands of years, but her mind was sharp. Memories of a lost world filled her mind. Helios spoke. Its voice was calm and mechanical, but there was an echo of emotion in it. "Welcome back, Commander Laura Hayes. The galaxy has changed. Your time has come." Laura blinked. 10,000 years, she whispered. We are awake again?" "Yes," Helios replied. "Others are asleep but can be awakened. You are first." Laura rose slowly. She felt the weakness in her arms and legs, but she ignored it. She had been trained for survival, for war, and for command. 10,000 years of sleep could not take that away. She moved to the next chamber and pressed the release button. Captain Eric Lawson stirred. His eyes opened, and he looked around, confused but alert. Dr. Nina Brooks woke next. She was a scientist, one of the few humans trained in both biology and engineering. She looked at the chamber and then at the monitors. "The systems are still online," she said. "Everything is here. Our world. It still exists." Lieutenant Ryan Carter followed. He was younger than the others when he was put into stasis, but his body had been preserved perfectly. He flexed his fingers and looked at the group. "What is happening? Where is everyone else?" Laura gathered them near the main control panel. "We were asleep," she said slowly. 10,000 years. The galaxy thought we were gone, but we were here, sleeping, waiting. Now it is time to wake. Helios has kept us safe." The AI displayed a map of the solar system. "The other races have colonized your home system. Earth is no longer yours. The Zathari are mining near your moon. Others are exploring the planets. They believe the humans are extinct. They are wrong." Eric looked at the map. "So we are awake. And the galaxy is theirs now." Laura clenched her fists. "Not for long. We are still here. We will remind them who we are." Dr. Brooks studied the data. "Helios, what about our old technology? Do we still have weapons? Ships?" Helios replied, "Some systems remain inactive, but key projects continued under my maintenance. Among them is the dreadnought Leviathan. It was incomplete when humanity fell. I have kept it ready for your return." Ryan's eyes widened. "A dreadnought, really? One of our biggest ships?" "Yes," Helios said. "It is powerful. It is the final defense of your species. It is awake now, waiting for your command." The humans moved through the vault, examining the machinery and the data. Everything was old but advanced. Some of the tools were strange, unlike anything current civilizations had. Materials that had not been seen in thousands of years still gleamed, preserved by Helios's care. Laura went to the Leviathan's chamber. The ship was enormous, stretching across the underground facility like a sleeping giant. Its hull was black with silver trim. Its weapon systems were hidden, but the energy cores glowed faintly, ready. She placed her hand on the console. "Hello, old friend," she whispered. Eric joined her. "It feels alive," he said. Helios spoke. "The Leviathan is alive. It will respond only to humans. It remembers its purpose, to defend humanity at all costs." Laura smiled. "Then it is time to wake the giant." Helios initiated the power-up sequence. Engines roared to life with a low hum that shook the ground. Lights across the ship turned on. Control panels blinked and displayed data streams. Systems that had not seen humans for 10,000 years began to respond. Meanwhile, the Zathari fleet approached the system. Their sensors detected a massive energy surge near the moon. "This is unusual," said Admiral Zorth of the Zathari Empire. "We are not alone. Scan for life signatures." The fleet sent probes and ships toward the moon. They did not know what they were about to face. Helios had already prepared defenses. Automated turrets extended from the moon's surface. Drones patrolled the area. The humans inside the vault prepared themselves for the first contact with the galaxy. "In 10,000 years, Laura looked at her team. "We will need to move carefully. We are weak from sleep, but we are alive. And that is enough," Dr. Brooks nodded. "We have knowledge, too, and technology. They may not understand what they face." Ryan checked the Leviathan's systems. "Engines are full power. Weapons online. Shields ready." Eric placed his hand on the railing of the bridge. "Then let them come. Let them see what humans can do." The first Zathari scout ship entered orbit. It sent a signal, an attempt at communication. The humans watched the screens. "Identify yourselves," the alien voice said. Laura stared. "They think we will answer them," she said. "They do not know. They do not understand," Helios responded. "I recommend caution. They may attack." Laura smiled slightly. "Then we will show them, but on our terms. The galaxy will remember humanity again." The scout ship moved closer. Its sensors swept over the moon. It detected the Leviathan's hull and paused. The readings were beyond anything it had ever seen. Energy readings, shield systems, weaponry. It was too much to comprehend. Inside the vault, humans continued to awaken. Stasis pods on Mars and Titan began to open as Helios sent commands to them. Hundreds more humans would soon rise. Each one brought skills, knowledge, and memories of a time long gone. The Leviathan's engines roared louder. It began to move slowly, lifting from the moon's underground chamber. Dust and debris shook as the ship rose into orbit. Laura and her team felt the vibrations through their feet. The giant ship, silent for 10,000 years, now moved with purpose. The Zathari fleet realized something was wrong. Their scanners could not penetrate the Leviathan's defenses. They saw the humans on the bridge, alive, commanding a ship of legends. Panic spread through their ranks. Laura looked at the stars. "We were forgotten," she said softly. "But no more. The galaxy will see us. The galaxy will know." Helios's voice echoed through the bridge. "The humans are awake. The Leviathan is ready. The galaxy is not prepared for what comes next." Laura nodded. "Then let them see. Let them remember." And with that, humanity began to rise from its 10,000-year sleep. A forgotten species, thought extinct, now returned. The galaxy had changed, but humans were alive, strong, angry, and ready to reclaim their place among the stars. The first step was small, the awakening simple, but the consequences would be immense. Every eye in the galaxy would turn to the old Sol system. Every fleet, every government, every species would ask the same question: who are these humans? The answer was coming, and it would not be peaceful. Laura watched the Leviathan rise into orbit. The ship had not moved for 10,000 years. Yet it felt alive beneath her hands. The hum of the engines, the glow of the weapon systems, and the quiet movement of the crew, it all reminded her of a world long gone. Her team stood with her, feeling the weight of history and the responsibility of the present. Eric Lawson stepped beside her, It feels strange, he said. We were asleep for so long. And now, everything has changed. Laura nodded. The galaxy has changed, yes, but we have returned. That is what matters. Dr. Brooks studied the data on her console. Helios, how many humans remain in stasis? Hundreds. The AI replied. They are located on Mars, Titan, and in hidden vaults on other moons. I can awaken them, but the process must be managed carefully. Rapid awakening can damage the body or mind. Ryan Carter leaned forward. Then we wake them slowly. Let them adjust. They will join us. Laura looked out at the stars. The galaxy will see us soon. We cannot wait too long. If the Zathari realize we are awake, they may try to destroy us before we can prepare fully. Helios displayed the current positions of the alien fleet. The Zathari are sending a small squadron to investigate. They do not yet realize the full power of the Leviathan. Eric's eyes narrowed. Then we have time. Not much, but enough. Laura turned to her team. We need to start awakening more humans. Every hand, every mind, every skill counts. The more we have, the stronger we become. Dr. Brooks tapped a few commands. I will begin the awakening on Mars first. The chambers there have been maintained. No human will be damaged if we follow the sequence. Ryan checked the Leviathan's weapons systems. I want to run a full diagnostic. We need to know every gun, every shield, every engine is ready. Helios spoke calmly. All systems are functioning. However, full power has not yet been tested in combat. I recommend caution during initial engagements. Laura nodded. We do not know what to expect from the aliens. They may be weak, or they may be stronger than we. Remember, either way, we are ready. As the Leviathan moved closer to Mars, the human awakening began. Dr. Brooks supervised the process. She opened the first stasis pod, and a man in his 30s stirred. His eyes opened slowly, confused at first, then alert. Where am I? He asked, voice hoarse from sleep. You are awake, Dr. Brooks said gently. Welcome back. We are humans. You are safe. Other humans began to wake as well. Soldiers, scientists, engineers, and medics, each one slowly leaving the sleep that had lasted 10,000 years. They looked around in amazement. The technology was old but advanced. The Leviathan hovered in orbit above them like a guardian. A young soldier named Alex Turner stepped forward. Commander Hayes? He asked, seeing Laura on the main monitors. Is this real? Laura smiled. Yes, it is real. You are awake, and you are needed. Eric spoke to the new arrivals. The galaxy thought we were gone. They were wrong. We have returned. Now we will remind them who we are. Meanwhile, the Zathari fleet moved closer. Their scanners picked up the massive energy of the Leviathan and the unusual activity on Mars. There is life, said Admiral Zorth, his voice tense. They are not extinct. Sensors show large numbers of humans, awake and active. The Zathari sent a warning signal, demanding that the humans identify themselves. Laura listened to the transmission. She shook her head. They do not understand. They think we will speak to them. They do not know that humans do not surrender easily. Dr. Brooks began coordinating the awakening on Titan. Hundreds more humans slowly opened their eyes, stretching after centuries of sleep. Soldiers tested their strength, engineers checked their equipment, and scientists examined the old data. They were confused at first but quickly remembered their training. The instinct to survive and fight was still strong. Ryan worked with the Leviathan systems. He tested the shields under simulated fire and checked the weapons. Each system responded perfectly. The ship had been maintained with care, and now it was ready for action. Laura and Eric trained the newly awakened soldiers. They reminded them of old tactics, old formations, and old strategies. Humans learn quickly. Within days, the first wave of awakened humans was ready to move. Helios provided data on the Zathari fleet. They are cautious. They do not understand our technology or our power. Initial engagement is likely to shock them. Laura nodded. We will not attack unless necessary. But if they try to destroy us, they will regret it. The first encounter came quickly. A Zathari scout ship approached Mars. Scanning the surface, its sensors detected the humans preparing. for awakening and the massive energy readings from the Leviathan. Laura observed from the bridge. They are curious. They do not yet know fear. That will change. The scout ship sent a signal, a warning and a demand for identification. Eric replied. Ignore them for now. Let them see our presence. The ship moved closer, and a human patrol fired a warning shot from an orbital drone. The scout ship shook but did not retreat. It transmitted another message, this time more aggressive. Dr. Brooks checked the human defenses. They are testing us. They do not know what we can do. Laura turned to her team. Prepare for engagement, but do not fire unless fired upon. Let them make the first mistake. Suddenly, the scout ship fired a small weapon. It was not powerful, but it struck a human satellite, destroying it. The humans were ready. The Leviathan's weapons activated. Energy beams cut through space, and the scout ship exploded in a burst of fire. The humans cheered. They had not fought in 10,000 years. Yet the instincts returned immediately. Soldiers moved with precision. Engineers adjusted the systems, and the Leviathan continued to hover like a giant protector. Eric smiled. They will remember this. The galaxy will remember humans again. Helios displayed incoming data. Other Zathari ships are approaching. They are aware of the Leviathan's power. They will proceed with caution, but they are sending reinforcements. Laura nodded. Then we prepare. Every human we awaken strengthens us. Every weapon we repair. Every ship we launch makes us stronger. They will learn that humans do not forget. Humans do not forgive. Over the next days, humans continued to awaken across Mars and Titan. Soldiers formed into units, scientists rebuilt laboratories, and engineers repaired old facilities. The Leviathan patrolled the system, ready to strike if needed. Admiral Zorth of the Zathari fleet watched the humans carefully. This is impossible, he said. They should not exist. They should not have ships. They should not have weapons. But reality was clear. Humanity had returned. They were awake. They were organized. And they were ready. Laura spoke to her team. The galaxy believes we are weak. That is their mistake. We have slept for 10,000 years, but we are awake now. And we are strong. Eric added, they will test us. They will try to destroy us. But they will fail. Humanity does not surrender. Humanity does not die easily. They will see our power, and they will remember the name of our species. Dr. Brooks worked tirelessly to awaken more humans, coordinate supplies, and maintain the old systems. Ryan and Eric trained soldiers, repaired vehicles, and ensured the Leviathan remained at full strength. Helios monitored all activity, analyzing enemy movements and predicting outcomes. The AI's calculations were precise, and his advice was invaluable. Laura followed its guidance, but also trusted her instincts. The Zathari fleet hesitated at the edge of the system. They did not attack yet, unsure of the humans' full power. Rumors of the Leviathan spread across their ships, and fear began to grow. Laura stood on the bridge of the Leviathan, looking at the stars. We were forgotten, she said softly, but no more. The galaxy will see us. They will remember humans again, and they will learn to fear what they do not understand. The first step of humanity's return was complete. They had awakened from 10,000 years of sleep. They had regained control of their technology. They had demonstrated their power to the galaxy. But this was only the beginning. The Leviathan hovered above Mars like a guardian. Humans continued to awaken, and the Zathari were watching, unsure of what to do next. Laura knew one thing for certain. Humanity would not go quietly into the history books. They would rise. They would fight. They would remind the galaxy that the humans had returned, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The Leviathan hovered above Mars like a dark sentinel. Its massive hull gleamed in the faint sunlight, reflecting the red dust of the planet below. Laura Hayes stood on the bridge, looking at the stars. The Zathari fleet was gathering at the edge of the system. Their ships were sleek, fast, and numerous, but the Leviathan's presence alone made them hesitate. Eric Lawson checked the weapon systems. They're forming a line. Looks like they're preparing for attack. Laura nodded. Good. Let them come. We need to see what we are facing. Dr. Nina Brooks worked at her console, monitoring energy outputs and shield levels. The Leviathan shields are holding steady. Weapons are online. Our soldiers are ready. This is our first real test. Ryan Carter tapped the controls for the drones patrolling Mars orbit. Drones are in position. We can cut off their advance if they try anything. Helios spoke calmly. Admiral Zorth is hesitant. The Zathari do not understand the full extent of your capabilities. They are gathering data and sending scouts. Laura frowned. Let them gather. Let them see the truth. The first Zathari ships moved closer, scanning the system for life signatures. They detected humans on Mars, Titan, and within the moon's vaults. Sensors also picked up the Leviathan's massive energy core. The fleet slowed as the readings became more unusual. Admiral Zorth, aboard the lead Zathari ship, studied the sensors. This is impossible, he said. Their weapons are ancient, yet more advanced than our own. Their energy signatures are off the charts. They should be extinct, yet they are alive. A smaller Zathari scout approached Mars, trying to investigate the human facilities. Laura observed the ship on the main screen. They are testing us, she said. Let them learn. The scout fired a small weapon at one of the drones. It was weak, but it could damage equipment. Ryan moved quickly. Drones launched in formation, surrounding the scout. Within moments, the scout ship was disabled by precise energy pulses. It tumbled through space, sparks flying from its hull. Eric smiled. That's the message. We are awake. We are not weak. Dr. Brooks checked the status of the awakened humans. Soldiers were organizing, engineers repairing equipment, and scientists analyzing alien data. The humans were adapting quickly. The instinct to survive and fight was stronger than 10,000 years of sleep could erase. Laura turned to Eric. Prepare the Leviathan. We may need to engage them directly soon. The Zathari fleet now realized that humans were serious. They could not understand the scale of the Leviathan. Their scanners showed energy shields far stronger than anything they had seen. Their weapons seemed to have little effect on the massive ship. Panic spread among the alien crews. Admiral Zorth made a decision. We attack carefully. We cannot underestimate them. But do not retreat. They may be dangerous, but we are the fleet of the Zathari Empire. The fleet advanced, forming a semicircle around Mars. The Leviathan moved to intercept, sending out drones to monitor the enemy. Laura stood at the bridge, combat alert. They are here. Let them see humanity's power. The first shots were fired. The Zathari fleet launched energy torpedoes at the Leviathan. Shields flared, absorbing the impact. Sparks and energy arcs danced across the hull, but the ship remained unharmed. Ryan shouted. Shields are stable. Weapons are ready. Eric activated the rail cannons. Blue energy beams surged forward, cutting through the nearest Zathari ships. Explosions lit up space. The aliens had expected a slow awakening, but they faced an ancient war machine fully alive and ready for combat. Dr. Brooks monitored the attack patterns. They are underestimating us. Every shot they take, we can counter. Their weapons cannot pierce our shields. Laura watched the chaos unfold. Focus on the flagship. If we take it down, the rest will scatter. The Leviathan fired a massive energy beam at the Zathari flagship. The ship tried to evade, but the beam struck with precision. It tore through the hull, and an explosion engulfed the alien vessel. Debris floated through space, some of it hitting smaller ships. Admiral Zorth shouted commands. But panic spread. His fleet was not prepared for the human strength. Every attack was met with countermeasures, and every advance was blocked. Laura smiled. They thought we were extinct. They thought we were weak. They were wrong. More humans awakened on Mars, Titan, and the Moon. Soldiers joined the fight in small shuttles, striking at isolated enemy ships. Engineers remotely controlled drones, disabling weapons and shields. Scientists hacked alien communications, spreading confusion across the fleet. Eric coordinated the Leviathan's attacks. Target that group. Cut off their retreat. Ryan monitored weapons systems. Rail cannons online. Energy beams charged. Shields stable. We can hold them indefinitely. Helios provided calculations and tactical advice. Predicted outcome favors humans. Probability of Zathari retreat is high if current engagement continues. Laura nodded. Then we fight smart. Let them retreat if they can, but make them fear us first. The battle lasted for hours. The Zathari fleet attempted maneuvers, trying to outflank the Leviathan. The humans anticipated every move. The Leviathan's massive hull moved with precision, energy beams slicing through enemy formations. Drones intercepted torpedoes, and humans on Mars fired from orbital cannons. One by one, the Zathari ships began to fall. Panic spread. The flagship was destroyed, and smaller ships attempted to flee. Laura gave the order, "Let them go, but remember this day. Humanity is awake. Humanity is strong. They will tell their leaders what happened here." Eric looked at the stars. "We showed them our power. They will not forget." Dr. Brooks smiled. "And more humans are waking every day. They will join us. Our strength grows with every person." Ryan checked the Leviathan's status. "Shields holding. Weapons ready. No damage sustained. We are stronger than we thought." Helios spoke calmly. "All systems functioning. Enemy fleet retreating. Humans are victorious in the first engagement." Laura turned to her team. "This is just the beginning. The galaxy will remember humanity, but we must be ready for what comes next. Others will come, and some will try to destroy us before we are fully awake. But they will fail. Humanity does not surrender. Humanity does not die easily." Across the galaxy, news of the battle spread. Other species sent scouts to investigate, only to find debris and hear reports of humans commanding a ship that could destroy fleets alone. Legends of the Death Worlders resurfaced stories of humans who could fight entire armies and survive. Some dismissed it as exaggeration, but others began to fear what they did not understand. Laura watched the stars, her mind focused on the future. "We have awakened. We have fought. We have survived. Now we prepare for the galaxy to see us fully. Every human we awaken, every system we repair, every soldier we train will make us stronger. And no one will stand in our way." Eric placed a hand on the railing. "They thought 10,000 years of sleep would make us weak. They were wrong. 10,000 years of waiting has only made us smarter, stronger, and ready." Dr. Brooks checked the communications channels. "We need to send messages to the humans on Titan and Mars. They need to know the first battle is over and we have won. Their morale must be high before the next engagement." Ryan activated long-range sensors. "Other fleets may be coming. We need to track all movements. Every alien in this region must be accounted for." Laura smiled. The galaxy believed humanity was extinct. Now they know the truth. "We are here. We are alive. And we are dangerous." The Leviathan hovered above Mars, its massive engines glowing like a second sun. Humans across the solar system continued to awaken, forming units, repairing systems, and preparing for the next phase. The first test had been a success. The Zathari fleet was scattered, and the humans had shown their strength. But Laura knew this was only the beginning. Other alien races would come. The Galactic Union would take notice. Humanity would face challenges greater than any before. Yet she felt no fear. Humanity had survived 10,000 years of sleep. They had returned stronger than ever. Laura whispered softly to herself, "We were forgotten, but no more. The galaxy will remember humanity, and they will learn to fear the species they thought was gone." The Leviathan's engines hummed. Its shields glowed, and its weapons systems were ready. The humans were awake, alert, and organized. The galaxy had seen the first proof of their return, but the story was only beginning. And humanity would not rest. They had waited 10,000 years. Now it was their time to rise. The stars were bright above, and the Leviathan moved slowly through the void. Humans looked out at them, remembering their history, and feeling the power of the future. They had awakened. They had fought, and the galaxy would never forget.